What is up, guys? How's everyday? Welcome back to the channel. So something happened. I don't know what happened to my PC mic. I do record with OBS, but my mic isn't working anymore. And it's crazy how tech works, because right now I'm lucky enough I have two phones. I'm using one phone as the mic, like I'm using the Wi-Fi to kind of transform the audio to the OBS with the help of an app. I don't know if I should be saying this, but it's a nice story how tech works. It's insane. So we're back with the score reviews. This is part 3. You guys have submitted a lot of requests. Actually, I don't know how this audio will come out, because I've never done this before. It's like a walk around because my mic isn't working. So this is a part 3. You guys have submitted a lot of requests, over 40 requests. So yeah, it will take some time, but I promised, and I intend to keep that promise. I'll review all your SQUADS. So it's a good player. It's a good player. So as I said, this episode will be kind of different from the others, because I'll be able to suggest which player you can pick for your team from the 3 epics that Konami gave you. So this is the very first guy. He's a Division 1 player, and he got top 650 ranking by 15 wins in a row. I can only imagine how his coach looks like. Let's go ahead and take a look. Yeah, that's a good team. That is a good team. And he's using the OP formation 4-2-2 number counter. The manager is a very OP. Thomas Muller. He has so many Bayern Munich players. Is he a Bayern Munich fan? Peter Cech. So straight up, I think the only reason he's using Thomas Muller is because this card is a bit nostalgic, because it's his last game for Bayern Munich. It's a farewell card. So having it, if you're a Bayern Munich fan, it makes a lot of sense. So I think his squad, if I could make any changes, I don't think I could make any changes there. It's a good team. Maybe the only changes I could make is maybe the 2 DMF. I feel like DMFs are usually very heavy players. Like, it's so easy to control the ball with them most of the time. I don't know who this Bayern Munich guy is. Who is he? I'm not sure, but this code looks pretty solid. I couldn't make. I mean, obviously he's only using Thomas Muller because it's his last card, but I think he uses Messi there, if I'm not wrong. He uses Messi there, and then maybe I would play Tar instead of Baresi. Baresi is a bit short, and together with Maldini, might have some problem defending crosses. So this is an easy 9 out of 10. It's an easy 9 out of 10. The bench solid. Wait, how many center backs that? Okay. Does he have any CMFs on the bench? Okay, yeah. The bench is solid. The starting 11 is solid. Easy 9 out of 10. Could be 10 out of 10, but come on. We don't give that. So Messi instead of Thomas Muller, I think that's how his team looks like in real circumstances. Alright, let's move to the next one. I almost forgot. I said I would be suggesting which player you can pick from the 3 epic cards. And I think for this team, he actually has very good center forwards. So I don't think he needs more center forwards. But if he needs another center forward, Owen would be a perfect fit. And I think Nakata for the AMF to be a sub for maybe Kaka would be a good card to add to his team. Yeah, Nakata would be a good card to add his team, because he already has Ondo there. That is Philip Lam. I don't think he doesn't need Van Burton. No, he doesn't need him. He has enough center backs. So for him, I would suggest Nakata and Owen. Let's go to the next one. So, alright, Division 1 player, top 20k. Let's take a look at the team. Wow, again, long ball counter. Almost everyone uses long ball counter. A very good, solid defense. Victor Bayer there. DMF 2, DMF. Then Messi MF together with Antoine Griezmann. And then his combo at the front is Mbappe and big time Suarez. So any changes I would suggest him to make. Yeah, but if this was my account, this is how I would line up. I would use Bellingham as a CMF, and I would use Guardiola as a DMF. So a CMF and a DMF. And then for the attacking midfielder, I would use Gaucho on the right, on the left, and then I would use, who is this guy? Not Messi. Wait, I thought it was Griezmann. I would use Griezmann on the right instead of Messi. This Messi card is not the fastest. Did I say fast? It's not the fastest, and since this formation doesn't have wingers, you need your AMF to be a little bit fast. So with this Messi card, I think is lacking in a bit of pace there. So you should consider using a player who is a little bit faster, in my opinion. So he already has David Villa. Eze is very good card. Witz, have a special card of Witz and very good. This Neymar is also very good, man. This Neymar is very good. Could be starting ahead of Gaucho maybe sometimes. And then for the center forwards, I don't even need to talk about that. They are perfect. They're perfect. And then Kunde, if I don't know if it's an attacking right back, but if he's a defensive fullback, that means he has two defensive fullbacks, meaning he will lack more in attacking options, which is you need more attacking options. But if he's an attacking fullback, it's all good. So the only change I could make are those three, and this account is an easy, a bit compromised, but an easy 8 out of 10. An easy 8 out of 10. A very good account actually. So any suggestion for me? I think a player who could fit into his team. I think Owen could come in there, and Batistuta as well could come in there. But Mbappe, I think if you use Mbappe for a long time, you get addicted to him with his space and dribbling. So it will be obviously Batistuta can replace Mbappe. So the only person who can maybe compete with Mbappe is Owen. And for attacking midfielder, he already has enough attacking midfielders. So who remains? Maybe go for not Nakata or Van Buiten for the centre backs. Van Buiten could come in there. But overall, a very good account. Easy 8 out of 10. Let's move to the next one. Finally I got Thomas. Last time I couldn't find it, but okay, Division 1 3 times, top 20k. Let's take a look at his account. Three accounts, we have reviewed 3 accounts so far, and every one of them was using Lombo counter, 422, and double boosted manager, I think, for the 3 of them. I'm not very good at remembering stuff, but that just shows you how good 422 is. Alright, let's take a look at the team. A very solid one. I don't know. Julian Tiba is an attacking fullback, I think. He can play as a right back and as a left back, insane. And the team, DMF, 2 DMF. I always say 2 DMF is a big defensive, but it's not bad, you know? It's not bad. But you know, it depends on what kind of DMFs you're using. Rodri and Davies is so annoying, man. I hate facing him. He's one of the best DMF in the game, in my opinion. So for me, I would start Tchouaméni over Rodri. And then I think the centre backs, are no complaints there about them. The right backs, also no complaints. Bro, this guy is a very good team actually. I would start instead of Nakata, I would start Neymar there, and then Mo Salah is good. Then having Yamal, I saw Yamal somewhere. Yamal as a super sub to Salah is a good addition to the team. You know, these accounts is an easy 9 out of 10. It doesn't look that OP, but I'll tell you what, this account is very good. Maybe more center. Is there enough center backs on the bench? Yeah, there is enough center backs on the bench. It's an easy 9 out of 10. So suggestions for the free epics, I would suggest him to go for Michael Owen. Michael Owen would be a very good addition to his team because he already has 105 Suarez. I think Suarez would start almost every match for him, and he has Haaland. Maybe Batistuta could fit in the team as well. He also has Nakata, but Owen would be a match perfect fit for this team. An easy 9 out of 10. So the only change I could make is maybe not use 2 DMF, but there's no problem in using 2 DMFs as long as you're making something out of them. Perfect. Let's move to the next one. Alright, this is our 4th account today. You guys are very good players, but almost everyone is in Division 3. 4 accounts? No? Oh my god, my brain is so fried today. You know, we lost the Europa League final, that's why I'm a bit confused. I'm still a little bit over that. But Davy 18, Division 1. 4 accounts today, all of you are in Division 1. You guys are insane players. So looking at the account straight away, a very good one. 2 attacking fullbacks, a build-up and a destroyer, good one. Oh, 2 ambassador packs, Messi and Neymar, good one. Then I'm not sure about Holy. I have this version of Holy actually, and it's very heavy. I do play with the Italian event, and it's very, very heavy. So instead of Holy there, I will recommend you to use. Oh my god, bro! How is Maradona on the bench? You know, in my opinion, this Maradona card is so underrated. And then also this Cruyff card is insane. So Maradona and Cruyff instead of Lud Holy. That would be my suggestion. And then looking at the team, oh yeah, you need one more goalkeeper, because your goalkeeper is not an epic card. That means sometimes you've been on e-form and you don't have a replacement for him. Could cause a bit of some problems in the division. So you need to have another goalkeeper on the bench. Maybe Victor Bayer if you get him. So for me, I would suggest him to go for the goalkeeper from the free epics. Go for the goalkeeper. I think it's a Batty or something. I'm not sure about the name. But he, looking at the team, already has David Villa. So already has David Villa and has Batistuta. So go for Abate if you don't get Owen. But if you have Victor Bayer, I know this goalkeeper is very good actually. If you have Victor Bayer, he's also very good. And if you don't need a goalkeeper, you can go for Michael Owen. Although, if you go for Michael Owen, I think you already have enough centre forward. You have David Villa, you have Mbappe. They're both really fast. And Nakata, maybe Nakata for the AMF as well. Yeah, Nakata for the AMF as well could be a perfect fit for the team. Alright, that's it for this account. An easy 8 out of 10. I didn't make a comment. I forgot. I don't know, guys. I'm fried a little bit. For the midfield, 2 DMF, no problem there. But for me, Andre Peel is a bit slow. So maybe, but if you don't mind him being slow, you know, he has great passing, by the way. Great passing and great set pieces. Maybe that's why he's in the team. But overall, this team, it's a good one. There's no complaints. 8 out of 10. Let's move to the next one. Abhishek, the great man. He's not lying. Top 1000. Abhishek the great. 15 wins in a row. Let's take a look at his team. Oh, very interesting information, by the way. And a very interesting team. But again, guys, This is the fifth account of the day. Long ball counter 422 is the way to go. So looking at the account, the formation is something I've never tried, so I would not make any comment on that. But one DMF, one centre midfielder, one defensive fullback, and Grimaldo, I think that it's for crossing purposes. And then we have edge crossing Benoit, and then his centre forwards are very good, Thuram and Virgil van Dijk. So let's take a look at the bench. Oh, okay, Darwin Núñez, Haaland, David Villa, Kevin De Bruyne. He also has this Andre Pirlo, Bastoni, Serginho, I think. Yeah, it is Serginho. So looking at the team, I think it lacks some more agile players. You can see most of these players, De Bruyne, Vieira. You know, actually, this Vieira is better than Chomeni somehow. Like, Vieira is just Vieira. You know, any card of Vieira is insane whenever I face them. But looking at the team, it lacks a little bit of more. It could do with a Jude Bellingham kind of player, box to box, a Pedri kind of player. Maybe you could add that to your team. I think Nakata could come in here as a good option for the team. So I think for me, this team, what does it lack? It only lacks that one thing I said, but overall a very good team. An easy 8 out of 10. An easy out of 10. By the way, you see, this guy is free to play and he's top 1000, man. Look at that team. There's no overrated cards. There's no double boosted overrated cards. He only has 3. There's 4, this 4, and this is I'm sure this is his main account. So man, big shout out to him, man. This is insane. Do you know how insane this is? To get to division, almost to top 1000 with this kind of team is next level skill set. So yo, huge respect to this guy. He doesn't need right backs. He doesn't need. So I think Nakata could do for the team. Michael Owen as well could do this for the team. Batistuta, I think he has enough centre forwards there. No need for Batistuta here. Darwin Núñez and Erling Haaland are pretty much almost like they have the same profile with Batistuta. So yeah, this is score number 5. Abhishek the Great, an easy 8 out of 10. Much respect, man. Almost top 1000. Insane. If you are 15 wins in a row, by the way. Insane. Let's move to the next one. So squad number 6, Harry X Rumi, Division 1. Again, you guys are very good players, man. You guys are good players. And looking straight out the team. Wow. Again, 4-2-2, but now we have a little bit of a variation. He's using quick counter this time. So 3 centre backs, 1 right back, 1 DMF, 1 CMF, that's a good one, and 2 attacking midfielder, and 2 centre forwards. Looking at the bench, Gaucho. Whoa, I do think David's would be better than Petit, to be honest. David better than Petit. So the only change I could make here is the one at the top. Like, David Villa has a very weak what is it called? Weak foot. Like, his weak foot is very weak. Scoring from the left with David Villa, even outside colours, is difficult most of the time. So I could switch David Villa with Johan Cruyff. Johan Cruyff has a very good weak foot usage and very good outside colours. So he would be better on that side. Then David Beckham, this version of David Beckham is not the fastest, but it's a very good card to have. He doesn't have any good version of Messi. Okay, so if I was to suggest him to get someone, it's David Villa. Not David Villa, Michael Owen to come in for David Villa. Michael Owen isn't like an improved David Villa, you know. Michael Owen doesn't have a weak foot. Like his weak foot usage is very high and he's faster, more responsive. So I think Michael Owen would be a good addition to his team if he wants to keep David Villa, not David Villa, man, Johan Cruyff on the left, and Michael Owen can come on the right because his weak foot usage is very high. Then he has Darwin Núñez, Neymar. But I think this team lacks a more attacking midfielder. You can see on the bench. Actually, it doesn't lack more midfielders. There's Gaucho, there's Neymar, and I think Chananolo as well. But I think it could do with someone like a Jude Bellingham type of player, though. This guy, Eugene Park or something like that, he doesn't play as an AMF, so you can only use him on the wings. And then Vinicius Jr. can play as a centre forward. So overall, a very good team. He needs a goalkeeper as well. Should add one more goalkeeper to the bench because your goalkeeper is not an epic. Sometimes he'll be on uniform, and if he's on uniform and you don't have a backup goalkeeper, that could cost you a game, you know. So he should add a goalkeeper to the bench. Overall, a very good team. You guys have a good team. An easy 8 out of 10. Let's move to the next one. Alright, we keep going. We are on squad number 7. You guys, man, from number 1 to number 7, you are all in Division 1. Congrats, you guys play well. Alright, squad number 7. Wow, there's a very nice setup, by the way. You know, this could be an easy 10 out of 10, but you know, it's impossible to keep an easy 10 out of 10. So straight up, even without looking at the bench, man, this is a 9 out of 10, man. And I perfectly set up, like a nice football. I can only see how he plays like some nice football. Looking at the bench, bro, even has Marcus Rashford, centre back. Wow, this is a good account. It's a free-to-play account and a very good one. One of those very good free-to-play account. So no changes. I wouldn't make any changes to this account, by the way. Does he have a backup goalkeeper though? No. He has a backup goalkeeper. Bro, what can I say? 9 out of 10. So so for suggestion of the new epic cards, I would suggest him to get Michael Owen, and then he can play instead of who is this guy? Darwin Núñez. He can play Michael Owen, and then he can bring in Darwin Núñez as a super sub with his bullet header. Would be impossible to stop him because he already has 2 edge crosses. But I think it would be very hard for this guy to replace Darwin Núñez. If he has perfect crossing and scoring with him, it will be difficult to replace him. Any other player he could use? No, he has enough attacking midfielders, enough centre backs, so enough right backs. Maybe Christian Mbati, the goalkeeper as well, could come in here. And it's good to have an epic goalkeeper. It's good to have an epic goalkeeper. So if you can get, but he can get Victor Bayer for free. So he can add Victor Bayer, or he can go and get the AC Milan goalkeeper, like a backup for Unai Simon. Is this Unai Simon? I'm not so sure. I think it is. Then, I would recommend him to get Michael Owen. Alright, let's move to the next one. By the way, on this setup between Eto and Darwin Núñez, I think Darwin Núñez doesn't have the best, is the best like outside color. And you know, when you are on the right, the only way to, it's not the only way, the best way to score from the right, if you're right footed, is using the outside color. And I think Eto outside color would be better than Darwin Núñez. That's just my suggestion. Alright, let's move to the next one. And finally, we get an account that breaks the chain. Not Division 1 this time. This guy, Division 5, very good account. Position game, I think he doesn't play the divisions, but this account is very good. Looks very good on paper. So let's analyze it a little bit further. So looking at the bench, some very good alternatives on the bench. DMF, LMF. So it lacks in center midfielders, but I think he prefers using DMF, so no problem there. He has 2 DMFs as an option. So attacking midfielders, they look good. So the only change I would make to this team is move David Villa from the right to the left, because David Villa has a weak foot usage, so it's not easy to score with him on that side. Suarez would be much better playing on that side. So this account, easy 8 out of 10. You guys have great account. I think he doesn't play divisions that much, because this account deserves to be in Division 1. Alright, let's move to the next one. I didn't make suggestions. Alright, let's look at the team again. He doesn't need Batistuta. He needs Owen. Because he has Van Nistelrooy, has Kane, has Haaland. So I think Owen would be a much better fit for this team. And then, Kubo is left-footed. Nakata could also be a good addition to the squad. Because if I'm not wrong, Nakata is right-footed, so it could be a very good replacement for Kubo. And then Kubo can be playing where Messi is. So we are on squad number 9. We're almost coming to an end. Yeah, I'm a bit tired as well. So again, we are back to Division 1 again. Let's take a look at this team. Wow, that's a very good team. We again back to 4-2-2, long ball counter. This guy is actually very defensive. 2 defensive fullbacks, 2 defensive midfielders, then 2 attacking AMF, 2 centre forward. So this is a very solid setup. Like it will not be easy to break him down. You see, long ball counter, and then using all these defensive players, that would be very hard to break. And one day is top 20k. It's not easy to break this kind of setups. And Bro is very lucky. Already has Michael Owen on the team, and David Villa, and there's Mbappe. So any changes to this team? Man, it's hard to tell. It's very hard to tell. So this is an easy 9 out of 10. Easily 9 out of 10. And so the player that I would get for him is Batistuta. Batistuta would be a good addition to this team. Alright, let's move to the next one. Number 10 now. Man, you guys are next level players. So 10 accounts, only 1 account was now in the top 20k again. Let's take a look at the team. Straight up, 31-29, not the strongest free-to-play team. And the most satisfying thing is both of these accounts are free-to-play, but you guys are still dominating and on the very top. So 30 MF. So actually, okay, I see this. The first change I would make is substitute Tony Adams with Bastoni. Like Bastoni is better on the left, and Tony Adams is better on the right. Then looking at the setup, very good setup. I feel like Bernardo Silva could be better. Like use was it Van der Vaart instead of Pulisic, and then use Bernardo Silva where Van der Vaart is. And then the starting center forwards, I think there's no need to change anything there. He even has a backup for the goalkeeper. A DMF, an MF. So an easy 8 out of 10. So if I was to suggest him to get anyone, this is a tricky one. But you know what? The Michael Owen is much faster than, not faster. It's better than David Villa. So I could get for him. I could ask him to get Michael Owen because he already has Fernando Torres. Fernando Torres and Batistuta have the same profile. Like they're the same kind of players. But he can also go for Batistuta. And maybe I'd say he doesn't have an edged crossing right back or any player with edged crossing. An edge crossing, trust me, is very OP. He can go for the right back. I think it's Ondo with the edge crossing. Could be a very good addition to his team. Overall, a very good team. An easy out of 10. Let's go for the last one. I'm a bit tired now. Alright, as I said, today we've checked 11 accounts and only 2 were not in Division 1, which is insane, man. And you guys were not just in Division 1, at the very top of the division with free-to-play accounts. That is just mind-blowing. Alright, right. Let's wrap this up with this account from the Division 3. I think it's a brand new account. It's a brand new account. The center box looks good. Right back, left back, perfect. DMF Kante is insane actually. Then AMF, CMF. It's a brand new account, but it's solid. It's a solid one already. A very good account, man. Actually, a very good one. So, any suggestions for this account? I think, it's very difficult to say for this account because most of these players, they are good, but they need an upgrade. You know, like you need an upgrade in Messi, Trent, Van Dijk, that Mbappe car. But if there was one player I could bring in right now to this team, it would make a difference. It's Michael Owen. I know I've said Michael Owen so many times. It's cause I tried him, I played with him, and he was him. But also this account could use Nakata as well instead of McAllister. This account could use Julie. No, not Julie. Yeah, he also needs a goalkeeper. So he could use the goalkeeper as well. Actually, he doesn't even have a goalkeeper on the bench. And as I said, if you play divisions and you don't have an epic goalkeeper, you need a backup goalkeeper. Just because of the form, you know, the form degrades sometimes. So this account, it's hard for me to suggest. But the best player in that pack is Michael Owen. So go for Michael Owen or for the goalkeeper. But over the best player that could fit in the team is Michael Owen. So that's it to wrap this up. The episode was fun. Going to do more. There's more accounts to come, but I think over 30 accounts or something. So maybe one episode every week. It's not too much. So thanks for watching. I'll see you the next one. The audio quality, I'm not so sure how it will come out, but I hope it will be okay. Because this took around over, the recording is like 40 minutes. So if I edit it all, it should be at least around 30. I'll try to not to make it too long. Wow, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you the next one. Cheers.